Welcome to another video. Yet again, I do have a penny stock that is trading under 50 cents, is currently trading at 45 cents with a very small $5 million market cap, is pretty much profitable and has explosive revenue growth. And at the same time, their profitability is getting better. The chart is looking very strong, sitting on weekly and daily support. Now, guys, drop a quick like for me on this video if you are enjoying this content. It does really help me out. I'm not selling you any type of course or program like that. A lot of time and research does go into finding these hidden gems in the penny stock market. Now, looking at this chart, we are looking at a massive downtrend break. At the same time, are sitting on very strong support, like I said. So once we break this trend line, this downward trend line, we could see a very explosive move with this tiny 45-cent penny stock. Now, looking at this, they just announced 82% year over year third quarter sales growth. Not only that, revenue has almost doubled quarter over quarter, with profit margins increasing aggressively at the very same time. So they have over $7.3 or $7.4 million cash in the bank, which is over their $5 million valuation. And they have revenue coming in and are pretty much profitable. So we want to look at their aggressive revenue numbers. So this is one that is extremely undervalued based on their revenue capabilities, their cash on hand, and if you factor into their explosive growth quarter over quarter, this one does have a tremendous amount of potential. And it even gets better than that, guys. So the CEO, the person running this penny stock, co-founded Access Software, which was acquired by Microsoft, which is a $3.3 trillion company. So they acquired his company back in 1999. So that's a very big connection and shows that the CEO is very valuable and knows how to basically start up companies and turn them into multi-billion-dollar corporations, or have the potential to do that. Just on my last video, just one day ago, I did call out ticker ZONE. You can see in the top right at $1.28. Now, this one didn't have a parabolic 200 or 300% run like the plays you're used to seeing, but still went up pretty big two different times. So you can see I called it at $1.28. If you go on the 30-minute chart, you can see in pre-market, this one actually did hit a high of $2.50. So a 100% gainer at the peaks, if you would have got in at the very bottom and sold at the very top. So this one actually ran up very quickly, ultimately did come down pretty fast as well. So the stock I'm talking about in this video is ticker TRUG, True Golf Holdings Inc., currently trading at 44 cents. So just looking at their financials right away, I want to show you something very key here. So just for the last quarter, you can see revenue has went from $3.9 million all the way to $6.2 million, just over that level. So what is so big about this? Yes, revenue almost doubled, but if you look at their profit margins down here, they lost $1.6 million the prior quarter, or the previous quarter. And compared to the most recent quarter that just recently came out, they only lost $60,000. Keep in mind, you always add 3 zeros to these numbers when you're looking at these. So not only did revenue almost double right here, quarter over quarter, but profitability, really did jump up, and they almost broke even, showing tremendous growth in both areas, which is very key right here. So we're going to briefly talk about their company, and then we're going to go over the chart. So the company is at the forefront of indoor golf innovation for over 40 years. So what they're doing is trying to revolutionize the golf industry, which is a massive market to get into. There's something very big you have to know about this tiny 50-cent penny stock trading under $1 with a very small $5 million market cap. They are directly connected to Microsoft, which is a $3.3 trillion corporation. So just check this out. So Access Software, like I said, they were founded in 1982 as a subsidiary of Access Software. Now, what's so key about this? Access Software was acquired by Microsoft in 1999. So True Golf emerged as an independent entity after that happened, bringing with it the core programming and graphics team that created Lynx LS in 1999, one of the best-selling PC sports games of its time. So that's very key right here too. This penny stock brought with it the core programming and graphics team that created Lynx LS 1999. This game has 9 out of 10 ratings, very high ratings by these publishers right here. And excluding hunting and fishing games, the game was the 10th best-selling computer sports game of the United States during 1998 with sales of just under 100,000 units. And 1 year later, it was the country's 4th highest computer sports seller, again, not including hunting and fishing and racing games. Just in 1999, it sold 115,000 copies and earned $5.1 million in that region alone just in 1999. And you have to realize $5 million back then is a tremendous amount of money. So looking at this chart right here, let's look at it. It is currently trading at 44 cents and is sitting on a very nice support level, as we do have some very nice support at 41 cents. It looks like it is completely bottomed out. You can see the float is sitting at 4 million shares, so a very small float. Market cap is sitting at $5.2 million, an extremely low valuation for their capabilities, including their connections and proven leadership, their revenue capabilities and growth, their cash on hand, and just everything like that. And they're in a growing sector, it looks like, as well. So there's tremendous amount of range on this chart. Okay, so we do have a lot of resistance at this 60-cent level, just under that. If we do start to break out, we do have some certain levels around 70 cents as well, just some key levels once we start breaking out if that happens. They are actually sitting near the 52-week low, which is 35 cents, I believe, and they're currently trading just 10 cents above that, or 9 cents above that, and we are looking at a very big downtrend break. So once we break out of this trend line, this one could have some explosive moves, and it looks like it is actually curling up, completely bottomed out. Just look at how many times it has touched this support level. It does always see a nice bounce from this area, and if we break out of this trend line, like I said, we could see an explosive type move. RSI on the daily is sitting at just under 40, I believe, at 38, indicating this one is completely oversold. Looking on the weekly chart, this is still, the trend line is valid still here, and we do have that support that is very strong at this level as well. Looking for a very nice reversal, and the RSI is sitting at 30, or actually 22, I believe, or just around that 24. Histogram is green on the daily MACD. Looking at the 4-hour chart, you can see just switched over as well. So trend is setting up, is completely bottomed out, and we are looking for a breakout. And that's, I am actually do have shares of this company myself. I'm not a financial advisor. And you can see the golfing industry is continuing to grow at a very fast pace. It's also a huge advantage to having a virtual golf course. You can play in the rain, when the weather is bad. This is kind of what the technology looks like when you're doing it. They have all these courses, I believe hundreds of different courses. We're going to look at that in just a few minutes, but looking at this, they do have, really nice graphics. And like I said, they did bring a very nice team with them that has decades and decades upon experience, and they did create one of the best-selling computer games in 1999, and they've been doing this for a very long time. So they have laser T-box and voice navigation, instant impact and true spin measurement, point of impact display and swing analysis, industry-leading accuracy, instant impact stereoscopic cameras, instant impact, lag-free gameplay. So it looks like this is very nice. Dramatic processing for faster play, 10x the detail for 10x the ball physics, multiplayer single screen revolution, living plants, wildlife, seasons, time, massive open environments from any device, dynamic real-time lighting and shadows. So not only do they have the golfing simulator, they also have the multi-sport arcade, where you have 10 different arcade games, including bowling, baseball, I believe, soccer, hockey, and stuff like that. There's a really big market for what they're doing. Pretty much any golf business or corporation would like to have this indoors for when the weather gets bad, or just to have indoors. A lot of arcades and other businesses would love to have this. So I really like this product and technology. They also have other different games on the simulator. I believe they have soccer, hockey, and other stuff that can go on this. So really any entertainment business would love to have this in their corporation. So just a great add-on and a very big market for this, like I said. And they do have many other programs along with their golf simulator as well. So looking at this, they just announced something just 2 weeks ago. TRUG announces course play for E6 Apex virtual golf software. So the latest software release integrates IBM's Watson X AI and machine learning tools to enhance player feedback and supercharge virtual golf course content. It says in this PR from 2 weeks ago, at release, E6 Apex will be available for more than 20 of their official launch monitor partners and feature professional tools for club fitting and bag mapping, as well as 46 unique improvement challenges with now more than 1,000 plus playable virtual golf courses. They go on to say that more golf courses will be released every single month. So TRUG is solidifying its standing as the industry-leading golf simulator. And something that really stood out to me in the beginning of this press release is they do say that this software utilizes industry-leading AI and machine learning powered video game development tools to rapidly develop and modify golf course content. So this is really key right here. They say this new process allows TRUG to create and publish content in minutes, a process that would have previously have taken several weeks. So it takes them a few minutes to do what previously would take them several weeks up to a month to do. So that is very key. It looks like their technology is getting more efficient and working faster, guys. So breakthrough improvements happening with ticker TRUG. Just a few months ago, TRUG announced its franchise development agreement for Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. Actually, this is a very massive agreement. This agreement includes the rights to open 80 locations, either owned or franchised, with plans to hit markets aggressively and create close ties with local communities across the region. Looking at dilution with TRUG, not much dilution to really worry about. They do have a lot of cash and are cash flow positive, so cash is not a concern. Now, these warrants cannot be exercised. These Series B warrants cannot be exercised unless the stock price reaches $10. These Series A warrants cannot be exercised until it reaches 13. So dilution is not a concern. They do have these convertible notes around 795,000 shares. They do have a conversion price, but usually with the conversion price is different than the exercise price of warrants. So there's certain terms where they can actually exercise these whenever they want. Just depends on a lot of things, but there are some concerns with ticker TRUG in terms of their NASDAQ compliance. So anytime a stock price goes under $1 for 30 consecutive trading days, they do lose compliance with the NASDAQ. Then they have 180 days to regain that compliance. And how do they do this organically? They have to basically get the stock price up over $1 and remain over $1 for 10 consecutive trading days. And that's how they regain compliance. If they don't do that, they can also require or request another 180-day period. So they do have until May 2025, May 5th, 2025 to regain compliance organically. But they also have stockholder equity that is out of compliance as well. So they really have a few things they need to work on. Will they have to do a reverse stock split to regain compliance with these things, with the stockholder equity and this market value of these publicly held shares? So until those things do get settled and we see about a reverse stock split, wouldn't really want to hold this one too long because, until these things do get resolved. But this is a company that has aggressive growth and a lot of potential. They do have these pipe warrants or these pipe convertible notes. These convertible notes, they have until January 15th, 2025 to regain compliance with the NASDAQ. If they don't do this, these convertible notes can default and allow them to convert whenever they want to, which could cause dilution. So we do have time right now, but just keep in mind there could be a reverse stock split very soon, and that is a concern we really have to. So this is a short-term swing play for me, and just realize that. But they do have a lot going for them. Currently trading at 44 cents. That's all I have for today's video. This video is getting way too long. If you did make it this far in the video, I do really appreciate you, and I will see you on the next one.